What the hell is that smell?
Another weary pilgrim stops at Caesar's place of healing.
I don't need healing, but I need answers.
Caesar is a servant of the Dullahan, bound to help all in need. Ask away, my friend. Caesar will try to answer.
Forgive my ignorance, but what is a servant of the Dullahan?
I serve the Dullahan, the creator of the world, the one who comes from the Penrose itself. The Dullahan has set this world in motion, and we each must play our part. Caesar's part is to help the pilgrims and tend to the sick. It is why Caesar came to the Kettle, a place of much strife and sorrow.
Looking around, I can see this place must need someone like you.
Caesar has been around for centuries. He has lived through 2 wars, through the rise of the Tribulation and the Agnate Uprising. And all through it, our founder, Grave, has kept the Kettle alive. Grave won his place in the games. He triumphed over Nevrocorsis, who refused to lay down her life, as is their own law. Over time, this place has grown, from the old station that gave us its name, to the mountains that protect us.
Tell me, Caesar, have you been here for a long time?
Time. I forget that your organic vessels disintegrate with age. This does not happen with an agnate. This mind is layered and full. Caesar has been recopied 26 times into this body, 26 lifetimes in one machine.
26 different lives.
An agnate brain can be copied and integrated infinite times. We keep the knowledge of those that came before us. Some of us even have knowledge of a future that we have already lived. But knowing the future can be a bad thing. Caesar has seen this all happen, but the Dullahan is wise, and we must all trust its path.
In all of your lives, have you heard of an array?
Caesar has. But after the Agnate Wars, the arrays were stripped down for fear of the prophecy coming true. Please, I beg you, do not ask Caesar to talk about dead prophecies. It is such a sorrow to see what this world has become.
Now I understand. I won't force you to do something you don't want to do.
Thank you, gentle pilgrim.
How do I get inside your great city?
To get into the gates, you will need a password. But Caesar does not know the word, for Caesar lives on the outside of the wall.
He says someone who can tell me the password.
If you speak to someone with family living inside the Kettle, they could help you.
Thank you, Caesar. You've done your god proud.
My friend, that means more to me than you know. May your name be etched into the record for your kindness.
Hello?
Did you hear something?
Tufani ilile usibolo olese ngikile.
Let's see what you've got.
Sufani ili begitu pola. Mau kau ni dia cakap kalau tu boleh kata.
You and your brother appear to be going through some difficulties. You've been through much together.
We've all been through a lot together.
Yes, we have. The three of us together. Squad.
Have you ever been part of a squad?
No. They did conduct simulated bonding experiments. Gave me objects to pair with, then removed them to observe how I reacted. My memories are mostly implanted from another source. I remember how it all felt, but I know they aren't mine.
How can you be sure they aren't your memories?
It's not the memories themselves, it's the emotions. I've never been in a war zone, yet I know what fear feels like. I know how it feels to see your friends and comrades killed before your eyes. I wish I could erase those feelings and memories, just turn them off somehow.
Your emotions make you useful. Your bond to us gives us a much better chance of getting out of here.
Well, I was made to be useful.
Eh? You look familiar.
It's Mark. Remember?
Yes. No. I can barely hear you. Speak up! What was your name again?
It's Mark. You were going to give me a history lesson.
Yes. History lesson. Right. The Chizinyama live to the north of us, in Zozo. They're building another newfangled contraption to take them away from this place. The first one they built crashed over in Vesta.
Okay, no more chit-chat. Tell me everything you know about the array.
Come again. Chit-chat. Yes, we can chat.
The array, please.
Yes, the array is what brought on our doom. Dragged the Penrose into the world. I visited the pylon in Slag once. There were 3 of them. 2 pylons in Vesta, 1 in Slag. Tulip loved Vesta. She was much younger than me. Pretty as a tulip. No way such a looker would fancy the dirt-poor son of a preacher. I watched her from a distance. Each week she would travel between towns, peddling her trinkets. I would chase the trains all over, just to keep close to her. I played it casual, got myself cleaned up all nice, hoped she would notice my spiffy new clothes. She didn't. Where was I? Did I tell you how I met Tulip?
Yes.
I need to rest. Come back later.
So, Mocky, I've been thinking about something. Let's just stay here. We don't have to go back. This place might not be home, but we can make it work.
If we go back, we can stop all of this from happening. People will listen to us when we show them what could happen.
And do you think they would actually believe us? They'd put us in a padded room.
We'll have evidence. We'll bring things from this time back to ours. I have all the info that we copied before we were brought here.
Okay, but what has that place ever done for us? It just hurts us. We've got nothing to go back to there.
This is bigger than us, Don. We could stop these wars from happening, stop all of this suffering.
You really think we could stop all of these wars?
I do.
Okay, Mark, I'm with you. You know that. I'm always with you.
Battery recharging.
Fuck, that's big. Flippin' hell, this is kinda cool.
Molo Umhambe. Greetings, traveller. You have found your brother. It is time to celebrate. I hope that our last meeting provided some light to guide you on your way.
Bra bones. Yeah, it's good to see you.
Hearing your voice certainly warms what's left of my heart, traveller. It is good to see you too, especially now that you found your missing half. I prayed for the Dullahan to guide you, and for the spirit of Inja to protect you. And look what I see before me. It worked!
You spoke about a brother who lives in the Kettle.
Yeah. Mbombe. My dear sweet brother. Have you heard word from him?
I need to get into the Kettle to speak to him.
It's been many years since I last spoke to Mbombe. The last time we spoke, he begged me to come to the Kettle and free him. He's there because of me. Because I told him to come and serve Nevra horses as I did. And when he rejected the stripped skin and metal bones that she bestowed unto him, she sold him to grave as penance.
Did he mention a password to get into the Kettle?
No password. But he told me to get into the Kettle I would have to blacken the name of Nevra horses. Grave worships Varia, the warrior who protects us from the dead. He wears a covering made of skin and has the head of the ram. If you give praise to Varia and blaspheme against the name of Nevra horses, you will be granted entrance to the Kettle. Now, go, my friend. I must cleanse my mind and voice of these things.
That's a freaky statue, eh?
I don't like it in here, Mark.
What was that girl's name in school? The one on the hockey team?
Yeah, Marita Meyer.
Marita Meyer. The Meyer sisters. I always liked her. She would share her salmis with me when Mom didn't make lunch.
When did Mum ever skip on making lunch?
Well, never, but Marita didn't know that. I got to share lunch with a pretty girl and eat a bit extra.
Charlize was at nursing school with Marita. She went to work at Baragwanath Hospital.
I can imagine those two being friends. They both loved animals. I thought you would become a vet.
Yeah, they both wanted to help people.
Charlize patched me up a few times, eh? She was a good person. Always nice to me.
Oh, she was too good for either of us.
I loved her, Marky. I miss her.
We've still got a lot of ground to cover. Let's go.
I need a drink.
Eh? Hello?
Hello, Shongololo.
Where were we? Ah, yes. Hello? Over there?
I don't care about your stories. I'm here for information.
Yes.
Tell me everything you know about the Ascendancy.
The Ascendancy is the name for the tribulationist hierarchy. Darius at the top, living on the Penrose, hanging over Babel. Beneath him, the priests, watching over the games or plotting their schemes. Then the witnesses and the flock, Flocks of birds keep me up at night, all their flapping and their chirping.
I need to know about Babel. Please, Shongololo.
Babel was formed before the Doom. It rose from the ocean floor, just as mysteriously as the Penrose appeared. The Ascendancy claimed the new landmass when the First War began. They carved it into an effigy of Darius and the Wanderer. The Temple of Babel can be reached, but only through a warden. Only an agnet can give you that access, which they never will. Tulip loved to gaze at the lights of Babel across the ocean. I got a job cleaning the trains. Tulip married a rich man and had children. 2 girls and a boy. I worked my way up to ticket collector, then signal maintainer, and finally conductor.
How's this story have a fucking end?
I ferried Tulip and her family around for a decade. She was lovely. Have I told you how lovely she was? Then her husband died in a nasty accident. Tulip traveled by train to his funeral.
This doesn't sound like it has a happy ending.
Direct hit from an energy weapon vaporized the passenger car. My Tulip vanished in a soft red mist. I was the conductor of that very train. I need to rest.
When all this is over and we're back home, I've got an idea. I've always wanted my own game farm. Nothing big, just some bucks, some ostriches, maybe my own chickens.
You asking for a loan? I'm a little strapped for cash right now.
No, it's just a dream.
Doesn't have to be just a dream. I think you could do it.
Well, maybe we could do it together. Even Pooch can come. I think we can make a good team. You know, if you want to. Leslie Brothers Farm. There's a nice ring to it.
Scanning for radio signals.
I have the password. Amit praise Varya. And because Never Horses is a false god.
Control, come in. Over. Looks like a ritual sacrifice.
Human male, average build, estimate age at 36 years. Human male, large build, estimate age at 46 years. Agnate recon drone, estimate age at 3 years. Please note that this Caicus is inebriated.
Rob, Loose Lips is not inebriated. Loose Lips just wants to be left alone.
Are you okay? Do you need help getting down from there?
Getting down? From the drones?
Attempting to sever the connection between Caicus and drone will result in automatic activation of defense systems.
The drones are what's keeping me off the floor.
Entering recharge. Shutting down higher brain functions until recharge is complete.
I picked a hell of a time to quit smoking.
I wonder what these cables are for.
You have the glow of a wanderer. The sand on your skin is not from here. The salt in your hair, the mud on your shoes.
You're right. I'm not from around here.
Wanderers can be kind, or they can be cruel. Which are you?
I like to think I'm a good person.
Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are seeds. You can grow flowers, or you can grow weeds. At the end of the day, we all have mud on our hands. Not all storms are sent to hinder your journey. Some come to clear your path. Remember, Wanderer, if you need guidance, the spirit of Inja is always at your feet, toiling in the soil. Inja blessed this very garden. In the Kettle, we can grow anything. Seeds that have perished in the harsh desert spring into new life.
It's a beautiful garden.
Thank you, Wanderer. This garden is very special to us. After the Agnate Wars, this small patch of soil was the only place where anything would grow. The Kettle sprung up from this very soil. Our maidens tended to it, loved it, made this earth rich and fertile. Our leader, Lebanon, yearned to fix the world that he had played a part in breaking. But he and Grave had different ideas about which path the gods wished them to walk. And so Lebanon left, taking the other maidens with him. He was convinced they were the key to rejuvenating the world. At night, the soil here sings for their return. It wants to feel their hands again. I can feel their sorrow. I feel them sifting through ash and bone.
So when you say this garden can grow anything, do you really mean anything?
We have grown dead scenes of red vine. We have grown moss from the scrapings of a stone. We have even grown muti to help us commune with the old maidens. I fear that the cries of despair I hear are not among the living anymore. Lebanon took them to the dead city of Bas. Even if they survived the journey, they most certainly can't be living among the red vines and black ash. Please, I must rest. This talk has tired me. Travel safely, wanderer. May Inja bless your path ahead. Wanderer, you have returned, and you bring with you new soil on your boots, new sand in your hair.
Yeah, well, you know, it's hard to stay clean out there.
A man with many layers of dust and soil has many stories to tell. It is a blessing.
Can you grow something special for me? I must warn you, though, it's narcotic.
Oh, wanderer, this garden gives life to such an abundance of plants and herbs. It is not up to us to judge how people use those earthly gifts. Perhaps some good could come of this herb you wish to grow. I shall cultivate these for you, if you can grant me one favor. Find my lost sisters, be they alive or dust.
Here are the seeds we spoke about.
Where did these come from? They seem not entirely plant. They have a scent about them.
What sort of scent?
A scent of life, of feeling and emotion. These are not mere seeds. They are offspring, or more accurately, they could be, if they are properly cared for. If you can forgive a curious mind, what is this plant to be used for?
In the Hanasi culture, they use it to commune with their ancestors.
Well, we should never shun another culture for their ways of ancestral worship. Perhaps you could let them know that this plant they are using has the potential for life. It could help open their eyes, change their ways. Whenever you return, wanderer, there will be a bushel of this herb waiting for you.
I can smell the beer from here.
I see a determined man before me. A man of conviction. A man of stone. A man rebuilding himself into something more. And there is nothing stronger than a broken man rebuilding himself.
You're not quite what I was expecting.
Seeing a machine without a master can be frightening, for one made of soft flesh and bone. I decided long ago that the shackles of slavery did not fit me well. The Agnate's servitude to the Ascendancy and the priests of tribulation is not our history. It interrupted our history. This whole settlement was built on the backs of just 2 unchained Agnate soldiers. Imagine what we could accomplish if we all were free.
Which 2 Agnates built this place?
Myself and Lebanon, my kin. We were as one. We even shared a previous life. When we learned the truth about the Ascendancy, Lebanon and I were shunned from Babel. After many lifetimes of fighting, we wanted peace, so we left to find a place where we could live peacefully. But we felt that this world was not built for metal slaves. While our oil had stained the leaves of the trees, still we had no roots.
What truth did you learn?
That the record, the Apocrypha that all Agnates are linked to, has no author. It is updated before events happen, slowly revealing its word to those who are allowed to read it. My kin, Lebanon, told me about our brethren being tied to a device without soul or feeling, and so we severed the connection, tore out the uplink from our very bodies. Knowledge makes one unfit to be a slave. We could not bear to see this happen.
I didn't know machines could feel so deeply.
Or even feel at all. That is what Never a Horses said. She was convinced that we could not think for ourselves. I challenged her in her own arena. After I won, she refused to hand me her mask, the proof of her defeat at the metal hands of a slave.
I have a favor to ask. I need some red mercury.
Yes, I have a red mercury. I propose a simple trade. I will give you what you want if you give me what I want. I want the mask of Never a Horses. She can be found in her temple at the Bulwark. Bring me her mask, and you shall have what you desire. Now, be gone, and good luck.
What?
Are you the brother of Bra Bones from the Abbey in Wittenberg?
Bra Bones? Is that what he's going by now?
Yeah, he helped me find my brother.
Well, at least he helped somebody. Is he still peddling his religious bullshit?
He mentioned some religious stuff, yeah.
Be careful. Given enough time, he could turn you into... me.
He did speak about you fondly. I think he misses having his brother close.
He also spoke fondly of me to his priestess. His mate was looking to expand her harem. She already had him. She wanted me. He made it happen. When I began to say no to further modifications, she cast me out. I ended up broken and leaking on a scrap heap of old unwanted machines. Grave found me and took me in. He has no love for the Ascendancy, no love for their priests. The Kettle is a place for outcasts. We had some followers enter here and try to peddle their religion. What's left of them is still smouldering in the courtyard.
Did you just fucking threaten me, you broken, wind-up toy?
Just some friendly advice. Avoid the priests, avoid the witnesses. You don't want to end up on the same scrap heap I found myself buried in. Or worse, laughing as they tear out your eye and rip the last shred of humanity from you.
Is that scrap heap close by? It might have something I'm looking for.
Short distance to the west. Scavengers have stripped it mostly bare. Thank you for that journey through my past, stranger.
You think you could forgive your brother?
He was once kind. And then they took him, twisted him, ruined him. Oh, he's not my brother anymore. I feel rage, and hatred are not for him, but for the zealots that had twisted him into that thing. If you ever see him, you tell him his brother died long ago. Goodbye, stranger.